Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you, and today I want to talk to you about trading the wedge. Um, this is a very simple technique used to spot reversals in the market, and basically you don't need no indicator at all. And this is not a solid strategy, but it gives you indication when there will be reversals in the market. And what I like to do is give it like a weekly or monthly chart. Okay, and here I just picked AUD USD to give an example. I could probably do almost any currency pair, but anyhow, but even if I go on a weekly or a monthly chart, the bigger the time frame, kind of the better. But I see the price have been coming down, 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 and then and been slowly going back up. All right, and if you notice here, it hit this high point, and it's kind of starting to come back down. Right, and we notice that there's some different levels of support and resistance here. I'm going to draw some lines here. This right here is probably the most noticeable level of resistance right here, which almost lines up with the one here. There's another level of resistance right here, uh, slightly below this one, which lines up pretty much perfectly with this candle here. All right, this was last month's candle. Now this month the price is coming down, but as you see, the price had come down, 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 went up a little bit, come down, went up a lot more, come down a little more, and then steadily going up ever since. All right, so you know, this is a this is a, like any pattern in the market. You always have your highs and lows, but the overall trend is up. Right. So if we draw another trend line, watch this. If we see this low point right here. All right, this is as low as it came, and this is about a year ago. If we go up to the where the price is right now, we kind of see a pattern. All right, this is not perfect, of course, but if you notice, there's a point here, and a point here. There's kind of like 3 points where this lines up. Now I know these candles here drop below, but we do see an uptrend, all right, in the market, and we see these levels of resistance right here. Okay, so typically, when you have this is kind of like more like a V, but when you have a price at this low point and start to come back up, we look for a solid level of resistance, okay, and we look for a trend, and together they'll form a point called a wedge. All right, and when this wedge gets really really small, then there's going to be a strong reversal, and it's going to go to the down. All right, and I believe that this has already occurred, and this is going to keep going down, but this has not. The price has gone up some, and it has not broken this level of support right here. So it might continue back up and then come back down again. And of course, this is on a monthly chart, but this is the basic concept. Okay. Now, if we look, if I add my easy harmonic indicator, all right. Now we see um, that there was a solid level of resistance right here. All right, as I figured. All right, and then there's a super signal pointing down, and there's a monthly support down here. So we can pretty much predict that the price will be going down, and it's probably going to a long downtrend right now. Being on monthly, if I go to the weekly, let me go back to the weekly chart. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and you can see the same concept. All right, if I draw a trend right here going up, and then a horizontal line here at this level here. All right, we definitely see that trend and that wedge forming. And once this breaks this level of support right here, then we know we have a solid downtrend. All right, and what I would do is set a pending order like below this a little bit, and just let it. Don't even put a take profit or stop loss. And when it trips, just let that um, trade just ride out. And this is on a weekly chart here, so it might last several weeks, which is fine as long as it's positive. Just let it keep riding. All right. So that's kind of what we look for. Here's another one I found earlier, and I got it open right here. All right. This is a pound JPY, pound yen. This is a perfect wedge pattern right here. All right. And I'm on a monthly chart, as you can see. If I zoom out one, but we see that price has been going up right here, and we also see this strong level of resistance right here. Okay. And if I draw a line right over here, we see that you got 1, 2, 3 points that line up almost perfect, even this month's candle. And then if we draw a line from the lowest point here up to the current candle, we see that all these lines here, all these points line up perfectly. All right, so this right here is a perfect example of a wedge, and this price here is getting really, really small. We know that this is the level of resistance right here. So basically what's happening is this price is getting trapped inside this wedge, and pretty soon it's going to break out, and it's going to keep on going down. All right, almost does it every single time. I mean, if I add my easy harmonic, watch this. All right, so you got a monthly support here and a monthly resistance. So what I want to predict is that we will see that this will break, and what we can do is set a pennant order below this a little bit and just wait for the trip. Okay. If we go to smaller time frames like 30 or 1 hour, we kind of see the same thing develop. Like here you see, and let me go to just a basic chart here. We see so strong level of resistance right here, and we see a low down here. All right, if I draw like this, see that? We got all these points right here to line up, these points here to line up, and this point here to line up. Now what I can predict is that this right here, I'm on a 1 hour chart, I can predict that this will go back up for now. And it will continue up in this range. And then eventually, it may take, I don't know, another half a day. But it will eventually break this level of support right here and continue down. All right. So for now, I could place a small pennant order or buy stop right here, and for the trade to go up, and just kind of ride this wave until it breaks and comes back down. And when it does, it'll have a long trend down. All right, and it could break now or the next wave down, or it could continue all the way up. But typically, it won't get like really, really small. It'll get like probably around this range, and then break and come down. All right. So if we, harmonic patterns are nice, and we definitely see a trend with the harmonic patterns and strong reversals, but that's not always, always the key, because we add this right here, we can see other patterns that are not shown by the harmonic indicator, just like I showed you. Okay, let me add this one we just did. All right, so we see the wedge forming, and this is a 1 hour support right here. All right, this is what I was just saying. So it's probably going to shoot back up towards this resistance line here, come back down, and then at that time it'll probably break, and then come down to this daily support, or even weekly support. I don't know. So basically, in a nutshell, that's how you trade the wedge. You want to follow this pattern and stay within that wedge right there, and then you want to look for breakouts. When there's a breakout, then you can see that there will be a serious drop in pips, and that's when you can really rack up a lot of pips. Is when you get that real tight wedge right here, and then it has a huge breakout. All right, that's kind of what happened right here. Let me see right here. Let's zoom out. Oops. Oops. I hit that. Which one was it? Pound JBY. Alright, sorry about that. So, if I zoom out, alright, we kind of see a downtrend wedge right here. Lost what I was doing. Alright, we kind of see a trend right here lining up, and then we see another one here. Alright, this is a wedge. Alright, not perfect, but we do see a high here and a low here, and they form like in a triangle. Alright, so when the price gets in here and gets real small, eventually it's going to get real crowded and the price will break out. And we see how this has been going down, a downtrend. And then what you do is you wait for this price to break out of this downtrend here and then go back up. Alright, so without even using any harmonic pattern at all, you can identify trends and spot good strong pivot points and reversals. Alright, and we can do this all day long with different wedges. Alright, you could do a wedge here. I'm just kind of drawing this real quick, but this is not the best, but that kind of like a wedge right there. Okay, so when the price comes up in this area here, and we know it's going up, it's getting smaller, and then we're waiting for a breakout. And as you see here, there's a breakout, and it came down some, but then it shot back up. So this is just a general idea of how to trade a wedge and identify trends in the market. Okay, and it's best on a larger time frame, like a weekly or monthly, and then you can spot strong reversals. Okay, in the market. That's when I kind of throw this out here to give you some hints on how to spot these. And of course, you always want to use my harmonic indicator, but there's a lot of good trade opportunities that exist outside of harmonics. Okay, and you can always see these trends develop and kind of spot strong reversals. So anyhow, I hope that helped a little bit. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. I'll leave a link below in the description of this video. And also, you can feel free to join my Facebook group. And I'll leave a link in below this video for that as well. Okay? Thank you and have a wonderful day.